Hello YouTube and welcome to the first technological hardware type review. Now, if you watch the announce test, you'll know that we've announced a new a couple new lines actually of new reviews for Bixy games. Now today, as you've probably gathered by the title, we will be reviewing the capture card that the channel uses, which is the Avermedia Gl310 LGP Lite. Now, at first we're going to go into the technical specifications. Now, the Avermedia LGP Lite, to get the highest frame rate, you can only run it on 720p. So basically, if you run it on 720p, you can get 60 frames per second. However, that is not the highest quality of resolution. For highest resolution, you can run at 1080p. However, there is a lack of 60 FPS support for that resolution. You can only run at 30 FPS. Now, obviously, in the last of us remastered series, that did not matter because we ran on 30 FPS mode to give the better graphics. However, in other series, that might mean obviously just to add to this that obviously that would be different. It could affect other series, but it won't really because I'll just put it into 720p. But you get the point. That's basically what that can actually run at. Now it has H.2. I will get my words out. I think it's H.264 or H.264 point. That's how you pronounce it, I think. Encoding. Now it runs as you've probably gathered on HDMI. And the only downside to this, as I would say, is obviously there is two to this one, is that you cannot use it wirelessly. You have to have a PC or a laptop, and obviously the software installed, and basically you use a USB, a mini USB that goes into the capture card, and then you plug a USB into your PC or a laptop, whatever one you use, and that's actually the USB that you can hear. And obviously that it cannot reach 60 FPS at 1080p. That is not a horrendous downside, but it is a slight one. Now, that is really the downsides of this piece of equipment. Now, the good upsides and the pros to this is it's not cheaply made. This is not what I mean. It's very cheap. So if you're a starting YouTuber, it's good for that. You don't have to pay like some of the wireless ones, or some of them. Especially I think. Oh, I can't remember. Elgato, that was it. The Elgato one, I can't remember the exact name. It's a very good capture card. I nearly actually bought it, but it's like £130. When this one, I actually got on Amazon, and I think I got it for £60, and it can nearly do the same resolution pretty much as the Elgato one. And the only problem is it can't do 60 FPS, and obviously you need USB. Overall, as you've seen by the videos, it's a very good capture card, and the quality is very good. The software that you run with it is very, very good, and it's very well made as well. Obviously, you get the streaming function on it as well, which means you can stream from, for example, the Wii U. If you have a Wii U, you can use Twitch on the Wii U, so you can stream from that. And obviously, if you want better quality, you can stream from your Xbox One and your PS4. And obviously, if you really want that, you can obviously stream from the 360 or your PS3 if that's what you've got. However, you cannot stream from your original Wii if you have this, because if you don't know, the original Wii is actually component, and the Wii U is actually HDMI and component, whereas so you can use either pretty much. Whereas, as I said, the original Wii, you cannot. And as I said, overall, it's a very good piece of hardware. It runs well. The only other downside really to it is that, and I think it's something like 8 megabytes per second you could have the audio onto, because that's what you suffer with something called audio drift. Now, that basically means, if you don't know, pretty much you'll have, if you got a part of the video, like on the last of the series, if you had a bloater that attacked you and you would say, "Oh my god, I hate bloaters," it could be the bloater attacks you. You could have said bloater attacks as the bloater's attacking you. You could say it, when actually in the video it will come out the bloater attack you, and about 2 minutes later you'll say, "Oh, I hate bloaters." So it can basically, the audio will be less. And the only other downside really on top of that is that now it could just be me. I could have it on the wrong settings. So this is my personal opinion. As I said, it could just be me. I've got it on the wrong settings on the software, but I actually tried to use the game console one, and I actually suffered with problems when I tried to use the game console mode and not the PC mode. And this was because pretty much I'm putting it down to that, because after I switched back it was working perfectly. It pretty much would cut off. So like, we had a problem with, I think it was The Last of Us episode 14, the remastered main story, and basically the problem we actually had was the video went on, and then the audio, I think it was 20 minutes long, I think the audio cut off at 14 minutes, pretty much, or something like, or the video cut off at 14 minutes, but the audio went on for the 20 minutes, which was pretty much a downside, because I had to actually edit that, and actually, obviously, I said in the video, I think it was I had a sore throat, and I did actually have one on top of that, and I actually had to edit it, so the audio was out, pretty much. I had to actually make, on another save, go back to that actual bit and actually go out the window again, and as best as possible link it kind of up to get to that exact point. And obviously that's how that one was saved. That is the only downsides. As I said, the pros of this is pretty like well priced, that's a better way to put it. You've got the one-click mode, which is a godsend for any YouTuber, especially if you want to stream. It does have live commentary support. Now obviously you have to have the software in, like I've got my studio grade microphone, which I plug into my PC, which then I turn on the software, which will give me what in the file, because I've got a specific folder for console games, pretty much, that use the capture card. I actually have in that file, it will give me, let's say, it won't actually call this there, but let's say like when I made The Last of Us remastered episode, the finale, it will give me the video and the audio separate. And obviously then I can actually check to see that it is, because sometimes you like, I think it's really silly, but like it's just when the capture card saves it, you can have like 10 milliseconds between it, and like you can actually check before to make sure it's fine, because if you didn't have that, pretty much you'd do the video, and if it was 10 milliseconds before, or even like sometimes about a minute or two on other settings, it can actually, for a minute or two in that video you won't have any audio, pretty much you just have the video going. So it's pretty much a godsend, because you can actually edit the video down to make it fit this actual part. Overall, as I said, the graphics and the frame rate is brilliant. The ease of access of this piece of software, piece of hardware, if I get my words right, is amazing. How easy it is to use. I honestly dreaded it, because I bought it, I think it was in June, July, and when I got it, I dreaded it. I thought, oh my god, this is going to be so difficult to use. Oh my god, this is going to be so difficult. That was my exact thoughts. And I plugged it in. Obviously, I had to set it up, and I actually have, I don't have my capture card on a splitter, but I have a splitter, a three-way splitter that goes into HDMI that I have my Wii U, PS4 and Xbox One plugged into. And basically, I have the cable from that into the splitter, pretty much, and I have the console into that. So what I basically do is I keep the cable that goes into the splitter from the capture card into it, and when, let's say, I want to record on the Wii U, I unplug the PS4 HDMI, unplug the Wii U one, and put the Wii U one in, into the capture card where I've took the PS4 one off, and out, sorry, and then when it's done, put that back in the splitter and put that back in. And now, obviously, my PS4 is always on there with the capture card. There is some, like, problems with that, basically, if you don't want to always like change them from the capture card each one, you get that problem. However, that's easily fixable if you have it all sorted properly. However, a problem that you face with this is if you want to play a PS4, you have to have it plugged in. However, I found a way around this. Now, if you don't know, all you've really got to do is turn your PS4 on, or Xbox One, Wii U, whatever one you use, and pretty much plug the USB into the front, so like your Xbox One you might want to plug it to the side or something like that, and obviously your PS4 in the front, and you can actually, it will actually power the capture card, so you can actually play the PS4 even without it plugged in. That's very useful, like when I don't have my PC on, I can have it plugged in, ready to go. What else was it? The streaming element of this is very good as well. It's actually quite easy to use. Pretty much you sign into, like I used it mainly on YouTube Gaming, you sign into that, and it pretty much will go straight to that. You put in your what's the word I'm looking for, name and description, and it will then go through that. Job done, pretty much. I know this is pretty much a bit of a short review, but overall, to sum up, the graphics of it, very good. I would give it, out of 10, I would give it a 9. It could have been improved, but it's still very good for its price. It's very good. Pretty much its ease of access and how you use it, I would say, again, I'll give it a 9.5 though, because for people that like are very good with that, it can be easy, but maybe some people that are not very good with technology, it might be difficult. It's software, 10 out of 10. It's so easy to use, pretty much. Pretty much overall, the capture card is very good. Now, if you don't know, and I will just add this, if you don't know, like if you use, if you've been to a hospital and they've done an ultrasound, you'll actually find in their machine that they use for that, they won't have like the LGP one, but you might have seen cards, expansion cards that go into PCs that are actually capture cards, and that's will actually go into like an ultrasound machine which can capture the pictures, which is very good, I've got to admit. Yeah, overall, it's a very good piece. Is it worth buying though? Yes. If you're a starting YouTuber, even if you're actually, I will say this, you're not a starting YouTuber, it's very worth buying this piece of hardware if you need a capture card. Now, obviously, I can only vouch for the Xbox One, the Wii U, and the PS4. I cannot vouch for the 360 and the PS3 because I don't have one, I haven't tested it on the only ones we've actually got in the house, which aren't mine, may I add. And they're not run off HDMI, pretty much, the ones I can use. As I said, yeah, it's very good. Streaming is brilliant on it, the recording is brilliant, and like, singly for those, I'd give it for both of that 10 out of 10 for streaming and recording. Overall, is there improvements? I would say, yeah. It could have been improved, but it's understandable why it wasn't improved to this, because it's alright, and as I said when we talked about the NX, said why they're not what Nintendo pretty much, correction, why the Wii U wasn't as powerful as like the PS4 and Xbox One, and pretty much it's similar with the capture card. It's alright saying, oh yeah, we'll stick something that can run 1080p, 60 FPS, or even, and obviously if you, this is mainly if you use it on a PC or a gaming laptop, it's something like 4K and all that at 60 FPS. That's all well and good, but what you've got to take into account is it's alright, but you've got to stick this processor or graphics, whatever it pretty much runs from, all in there. And let's say like the processor that's in it now, it costs, let's say it costs 50-60 quid, and not 50-60 quid, I know what I was like meant. Let's say it costs £30 per unit, and the other stuff costs another £30. It's alright saying, oh yeah, we're sticking another new processor in it, but that processor could cost 60, and then you've got the other stuff which is 30, which makes it 90, which you're getting a loss pretty much in profit from each one. Now in some cases, yeah, that can pay off, in others it can't. Personally, as I would say, it's very good. It's understandable why these improvements wasn't put in, because they're trying to make it reasonably priced for beginners pretty much. It's very easy to use, and if you are a new YouTuber, I would recommend getting this product. I would personally rate it a 10 out of 10, not 10 out of 10, a 9.5 out of 10 if I get my facts right. Sorry about that. Because it's very easy, and the pros are it's very easy to use for kind of advanced, not too advanced people with technology. It's such advanced for newer YouTubers. The graphics are brilliant, and its ease of access is pretty good. However, for newer people, newer users, they might not be able to use it. That's the cons, really. It can't reach 60 FPS 1080p, and pretty much that it isn't wireless. However, taking that into account, I wouldn't just say, well, I don't want to get that because of those cons. It's very good and it's worth buying. I would recommend this product. Now I'm going to add this now. I'm not being paid for this review. I know I'm saying when I'm recommended it, I'm not being paid. I haven't done anything pretty much, or talked to Avermedia about this. That I've just pretty much done a review on this. So don't panic. I'm not saying that because someone's paying me to say that. I'm saying that because I honestly recommend it. Yeah. So overall, as I said, a 10 out of 10. Not 10 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for recording and streaming. as I said, to sum it up, it's a very good product, and it's worth buying. Now, on that note, guys, I'm gonna have to end there. Now, I apologise for the short review. I'm kind of tired as well because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. So yes, that is, as I said, overall. I'm gonna say thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more great content. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, comment and let me know if you thought the video any improvements. If you guys think this review is not that good and you want it more extended, I can take this video down, research a bit more, and I can do more on this, or we can even do an extended add-on to the review. If you got any audio quality improvements as well, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Share as much as possible. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.